Hi, I'm Anicia Palmer from Fifth Nine, here with Chris Carl from ICO Max at London FinTech Week. So, how did this idea come about, and what do you expect for the future?
Okay. With respect to ICO Max, it's actually an app now available on Apple and on Google, and it was almost 2 years in its development, and it just launched this week. So the idea is really that we're in a low-cost way for younger companies to be able to reach potential investors on a global basis, and to be able to reach literally 1 million people, potential investors, and people who are interested in this space in the space of 1 month.
What benefits do you think the result of increased amounts of disclosed information will mean for both investors and startups?
It's the word that we've heard a couple times over the week here, and it's about trust. ICOs, there have been some very successful ones who investors have done well. Unfortunately, the majority have not done well. And it's partly because they weren't planned out before they were sold. And part of it is because the disclosure wasn't there. And if the disclosure is not there, in some cases even intentionally, investors are misled. When we follow a model of being regulatory compliant, you're not going to be issuing your token or your pre-sale until you've put proper regulatory compliant disclosure in place. That involves securities lawyers, it involves the local securities commission and whatever exchanges you're going to be trading on. And when that's all done, you still have a business that has risk to it, but the risk for the investors is whether the business succeeds, not whether the token was ill-conceived in the first place.
Okay, and lastly, you mentioned sustainability. How do you suggest that ICOs ensure that they are sustainable?
Well, again, that comes to following the securities regulations if you're issuing a security token. It's not enough just to file your documents at the very beginning, but once you've completed an ICO, just like a public company, there's a demand that on a quarterly basis you report your financial information, you give press releases for the new activities that are going on in your business. And if you're doing that and you're transparent about what's going on in your business, and what does that mean? It means telling people what's going well and what's not going well, and where you're planning to take things. And if you do all of that, here's what's going to happen. Your valuation may go up and down, but people will trust what's going on, and the long-term sustainability of the valuation of this token is going to be maintained.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.